Today we'll discuss about data transfer instructions in an instruction sets of microcontroller and applications. What are the what are all the instruction sets are available? Data transfer instructions, arithmetic instructions, logical instructions, loop instructions, and branch instructions. Today let me discuss about some of the data transfer instructions or like MOVX, XUH, push and pop operation. Let me consider the MOVX instruction of the data transfer. The MOVX instruction transfers the data between the accumulator and a byte of external data memory. That is why the X is appended to move upward. There are two types of instructions differing in whether they provide an 8-bit or 16-bit indirect address to the external data RAM. The syntax for this instruction is MOVX. MOVX is an opcode and the operands, here the two operands are there, that is destination operand and the source operand. After the execution of this MOVX instruction, what will do? So it always, the MOVX instruction always copies the source operand, the data in the source operand into the destination operand. This MOVX instruction, it may be an example for different addressing modes of an 8051 microcontroller. Those are, that is MOVX A comma at RI, MOVX A comma DPTR. First one is an example for indirect addressing mode. Second one is an example for the register addressing mode. Obviously, third one and fourth one will be an example for register indirect addressing mode. Consider an example: move x a comma at R1. Here at R1 represents the indirect addressing of the memory location, that is. So consider the address of this R1 location is, that is 50H, where the data stored as 42H. After the execution of this instruction, whatever the data is there in 50H will be copied into the accumulator register. Therefore, the accumulator will become equal to 42H. Next instruction is XCH. It means that exchange accumulator with source operand. Exchange or swapping the contents of accumulator with the source operand or source operand to the accumulator. Syntax for this is XCH A comma source operand. Here what it will do, after the execution of this instruction, the content of the source operand will go to the accumulator register. The accumulator register content will go to the source operand register. Here consider an example, that is XCH A comma R4. Before execution, let A is equal to 25H, R4 is equal to 35H. After the execution, A will become equal to 34H and R4 will become equal to 25H. That means the content of R4 will goes to the accumulator register. The content of accumulator register 25H will goes to the R4 register. Consider one more example for this exchange instruction is, that is XCH A comma 50H. It is an example for direct addressing mode. Here the memory location is directly written in the instruction. Before execution, consider 50H is equal to 20H. Then accumulator A is equal to 30H. Then after the execution, 30H will goes to the 50H memory location. 20H will goes to the accumulator register. Coming to the push operation, push and pop instructions will be discussed now. Here the push is used for taking the values from any register and storing in the starting address of the stack pointer. That is, starting address of the stack pointer is 00H by using push operation, and for the next push operation, it increments +1 and stores the value in the next address of the stack pointer. So here the always the starting address of the stack pointer will be always 08H, because always the stack pointer will be incremented by 1. The next address will be equal to 09H. Consider an example. Consider the stack pointer address SP is equal to 08H, which is equal to 00H, that is cleared. SP1. So increment the stack pointer by 1, that is 09H, which is equal to 00H. But that means clearing the 09 memory location. Let 50H is equal to, consider 50H memory location. Let 50H is equal to 01H, 51H is equal to 03H. Push 50H, push 51H. It means that, so whatever the data is there in 50H, so that will goes to the starting address of the stack pointer, that is 08H. That is 01H will copy it into the 08H. Then push 51H. Whatever the data is there in 51H, that is 03H, that will be copied into the 09H memory location, that is 09H is equal to 03H. Before the data which is before going into the 09H, the stack pointer must be incremented by 1. Next instruction is pop. So it is used for placing the values from the stack pointer maximum address to any other register address. If you use this pop again, then it decrements the stack pointer by 1, and the value stored in the any register is given as pop, or simply we can say retrieving the data from the stack pointer. Consider an example. Let the stack address is considered as 09H, which is equal to 03H, and decrement the stack pointer by 1, that is SP is equal to 08H, which is equal to 01H. Before execution, consider 50H memory location contains 00H, 51H memory location contains 00H. For 51H, it means that retrieving the data from the for 51H means retrieving the data from the stack pointer, that is from the memory location, that is 09H, into the 51H memory location. Next, for 50H, it means that retrieving the data. Before going to this instruction, we should have to decrement the stack pointer by 1. Then for 50H means that retrieving the data from 08 memory location, that is 01, and copied into the 50H memory location, that is 01H. consider the multiple choice questions. The instruction which is used for swap operation, that is exchange operation, move a comma rn, move dptr comma hash 2564h xh a comma r4 jnz label. The example for this instruction is, the answer for this question is xch a comma r4. The operation of MOVX instruction is moves the data from source to the destination, moves the data from source to the external memory, moves the data from source to the DPTR register, moves the data from core memory to the destination. The answer for this question is moves the data from source to the external memory. Next question is MOVX A, DPTR is an example for direct addressing mode, indirect addressing mode, register addressing mode, immediate addressing mode. This is an example for register addressing mode. The push operation is store the data into the stack, delete the data from the memory, delete the data from stack, store the data into the memory. The answer for this question is store the data into the stack. The pop operation is store the data into the stack, delete the data from the stack, delete the data from the memory, retrieve the data from the stack. The answer for this question is retrieving the data from the stack. Thank you.